Sounds like Saved by the Bell. Welcome back to the final segment of Investing with Confidence on this beautiful day of the beautiful stock market and the beautiful Al Connickson, my good friend, my good pal, on the show here today talking about the stock market. You having a good time today, Al?
I always have a good time doing this, Josh. You know that.
I always know that, and we have a great time every single week. We have these shows that we play every week all across the country, located in Bloomington, Minnesota, Denver, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're in any of these locations, you're going to hear this show.
You keep singing
right here on this station every single week for a long time to come, because we are having a great time helping our listeners make better investing decisions. And we also have investing classes locally in Atlanta, Denver, and Bloomington. And if you want to come to one of these classes, just text the word INVEST to the number 484848. That's INVEST to 484848. You can get set up with one of these classes. Al teaches these. I also teach these as well. And we have a lot of fun talking about how the market works, how to get started trading and investing, and doing that with more confidence. And that's what it all comes down to, Al, is confidence in the financial markets. And what happened back in the 80s, the 90s, maybe even a little bit in the early 2000s, is movies and brokers, advisors, TV, internet has made trading and investing look like it's something different than it actually is. They made it look emotional, lots of either yelling and screaming or fear, right? So let's unpack that a little bit, and let's get into what trading and investing actually looks like when you have a trading and investment plan, but also a platform that will help guide you through your investing decisions and make those decisions with confidence.
Yeah, it's nothing like you see on TV or in the movies where people are frantically searching or trading, sitting in front of a computer all day long. That's the last thing you want to do. It actually is almost the opposite of that. In some ways, we want to try to make it as boring as possible. In the biggest problem that most people have is the fact that they're human beings and they have emotions that will get in the way of them being successful. So how do you handle that? How do you control your emotions so they're not making decisions for you? Your emotions are not in the driver's seat, and you have a plan that you follow that has a set of rules, a step-by-step process, which I mentioned earlier. It's part of our core strategy that you follow no matter what you are trading or investing in, no matter what your style is. And we have even developed a trading platform, a trading analysis and education platform that just takes you by the hand and leads you down those steps and tells you whether this is a good quality trade with a numerical score or it will tell you if it's a bad trade. In other words, stay out of something that's going to get you in trouble.
So just explain real quick. So a platform is basically where somebody makes their investment decisions. They do their analysis. It's not researching companies.
Correct.
It's not doing all that crazy stuff that you're told to do by the internet. That's what the public is doing. You can't trade like the public. You have to trade like an institution. So explain real quick, like why that is so different from having a different type of platform, and why that does help your investing decisions.
Right. Well, one of the things that we did with the Click is the name of the platform is to try to simplify things and just concentrate on really what is important for any investment or any trade. There are all sorts of things, all sorts of technical analysis things you can use. You can do all sorts of fundamental analysis. That's kind of how you have been taught, or how the pundits out there tell you how to do your trading. Well, a lot of those things are really of no value or very little value. What's important is knowing the right price, whether you're getting into something or out of something. It's the right entry price, and there's two exits to every trade. One is where you're wrong, so you get out before there is pain. And then also there's an exit when you're right to control your profit. Those are the things that are really important, but it all gets down to price, identifying the right price, which is based on institutional activity. It has to be activity that has enough clout to move the price of something. And because of the way the institutions have to trade, even people like Warren Buffett, it plays right into our strategy and gives us the opportunity, using our core strategy, using Click, to identify with a high degree of accuracy where they're going to enter a trade or exit a trade before they actually do it. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to identify an unfilled order before it becomes filled. That is the key to having the potential to be successful. But keep it simple. You don't need to do a lot of these extraneous things. A lot of that is just noise. Those things are just, they're there for people to sell you a product to use that's based on maybe a technical indicator or a grouping of technical indicators.
Yeah, Al, it's getting much nicer out these days. It's almost summertime. In Denver, Colorado, it's a little cool this weekend, but it's going to be real nice next week. In Bloomington, a little cool and rainy. Atlanta, it's been a little bit cooler, especially last week. There was a small tournament going on. I'm a big golf fan, right, Al? And the Masters at Augusta last week. A nice, elegant tournament for the pro golfers to strut their stuff, show their skills. Tiger did a pretty good job after being gone for a long time. So we have a lot of listeners that do like golf. And think about this. Now, you were talking about how we'll call it back in the day, back in the olden days, we like to call it, it was yelling and screaming, high emotion and trading and investing. That's how the movies portray everything to be. It's not like that anymore. So how you should actually set your trading and investing up is kind of like how you're watching the Masters, how there's nice birdie sounds, the tweet, and then the, quiet, maybe a quiet breeze, the birds chirping, and the announcer whispering, and Tiger's going in for the putt, and he's chipping in from the sand, whatever that may be. That is how your trading and investing should be. But if you don't know how to do that, you have to learn from a place that is actually teaching that, from people that have been in the markets for years, how to create a plan, as you were talking about, that has just a simple rules in there just to follow that plan. Just like every golfer has a what they do every single time when they go to the ball. They may step back, touch their club, walk to the club, may do a practice swing, or halfway back. That's what golfers do. Same thing in trading and investing. It's a simple step-by-step strategy to make smart investing decisions. And you actually go over that a little bit in deeper detail in these investing classes that you teach. We have these classes locally, not in Augusta, but in Atlanta, Georgia, in Denver, Colorado, and also Bloomington, Minnesota. Actually, the Ryder Cup a couple times in Minnesota here. So call right now for 2 tickets for this investing class. Actually, I'm going to make it easy on this one. I'm going to give you a text here. Text the word invest to the number 484848 for 2 tickets for an investing class and an insider's kit, or a financial quick start kit, we'll call it, to get started right away. So, Al, we talk about these investing classes, and you open a lot of eyes in these classes. If someone is looking to get started and that's brand new, what can you expect to learn if someone's brand new and how to get started?
Well, understanding what's available. What are the opportunities that are available in the market? How does the market function? How can we take advantage of how it functions so you have the potential to benefit from that? And basically, it gets down to that simple thing of identifying price, which is identifying where institutional activity is taking place. That's the important thing. If you are in the markets to have a potential profit, then you want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can, as many things as possible that puts the odds in your favor of being able to do that.
Yeah, I was talking about golf just recently. I love golf. Do we get a lot of golfers that come to these classes? Or what
Absolutely.
Type of people come to these classes?
Pretty much everything. I mean, we have people that are business owners. We have doctors, attorneys. We have people that are just starting out in a job. We have students, high school students, that are learning how to trade. In fact, I think one of your newer students maybe even kind of fits in that category.
Yeah, I think he was 17, actually.
Yeah, so we have
from 17 up to 90.
90, exactly, and everything in between. But again, that's why it's so important for us to identify what's unique about you. Everybody has a little different goals, different expectations, and a different way that they are willing to accept what is available in the market. So we want to make sure that we're specific to you. And then the other thing you mentioned when you were talking about golfers and how how that playing that game is structured. The one thing that you didn't mention is coaching.
Yeah, you're right.
Every great golfer has a coach, and we think that's important in trading and investing too. When you're learning, you need to have somebody there that can give you guidance, somebody who knows what they're doing, who can identify errors or mistakes that you're making, and also can let you know if you were successful, why you were successful, because that's what you want to repeat. It's repetition of things that are working, that are successful, that become part of your behavior, your behavior, your mode of operation,
Yep.
so to
I'm
speak.
glad you brought that up because a lot of people are looking for a coach in the financial markets, looking for a mentor, somebody to guide them through that, their investing decisions, or teach them how to do it, how to get started if you're brand new, or if you've been in the markets for many years, or maybe just have a 401k or IRA. If you want to get started and make smart investing decisions, it takes a little step. It takes one step, and that's calling in right now for 2 tickets. Call right now. Last set of tickets here for the investing class to get started and some free stock picks. Call 888-682-6466. That's 888-682-6466. That's not triple bogey. That's 888-682-6466. Al, we have some great times every single week. We have some great knowledge dropped every single week. Let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, we all want to be successful if we're going to be investors or traders. And success, it really shouldn't be easy. If it was easy, it would be average. Success is a product of hard work, focusing on what's important, perseverance, compounded over time. And those behaviors aren't average. If you want success, you can't get there with average behaviors. It's small, positive choices over time that end up creating big successes. It's not about fast results or instant gratification. It's about following a process that builds habits that can create big successes.
You're right, and that's how you build longevity in the financial markets. If you're looking to get in the markets for a get-rich-quick thing, you're listening to the wrong show. If you're looking for longevity in the markets, you have to learn a skill, learn a strategy, and apply rules within that strategy, which is a couple simple steps to make smart investing decisions. One last set of tickets for the investing class. Call 888-682-6466 or text the word invest to the number 484848. Same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.